guys, it's your boy He is CJ, and I am back again with another He Reacts video. What's happening, man? So, I said I want to do different things on my page, so I wanted to start doing some videos that I normally watch anyway on YouTube. So I might as well just watch them with y'all. Because we family, we crew, we cool, we hang out, you know what I'm saying? So I just decided I'm going to watch them with y'all. So I normally watch Studio Spill's page. He got some of the dopest like facts about movies and stuff, like movies from my childhood, movies that I love. So this one just popped up. Juice, 12 weird facts that you didn't know about Juice, man. So we gonna get into it, man. We ain't gonna do too much talking, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things you're supposed to do on the YouTube channel. Let's get into this, man. 12 weird facts about one of my favorite movies, top 5 of my favorite movies, Juice. One of Tupac's first movies, man. Fire. One of my favorite joints, bro. Let's get into it.
I am crazy. But you know what else? I don't give.
Juice wasn't supposed to get made. The script sat untouched for 9 years. Studios tried to turn it into a comedy. Actors fought off camera, and the star nearly started.
They try to turn it into a comedy. That's crazy. Can you imagine Juice being a comedy? It's more of a horror movie to me. Juice is very much a horror movie. Like, it's scary, bro. Like, if you from the hood or you from them type of circumstances, Juice is scary. Just go back and watch it now as an adult. It's creepy.
A riot. These are 12 wild facts about Juice. And the bonus? One moment sparked something so real, gunfire followed. This story gets dangerous fast. Number 1. The script sat on a shelf for 9 years.
That's crazy.
1981. Ronald Reagan is president. MTV just launched, and 2 writers finish a screenplay about 4 kids in Harlem. Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown called it.
Bro, Ernest Dickerson is one of the top cinematographer directors. Like, when it comes to movies from the black community, our hood, like, he even did some scary movies, bro. Like, he's one of them top. Anything Spike Lee that you love, like Do the Right Thing, She's Gotta Have It, those type of movies. Yeah, that's a legend right there, bro. He is a legend. Let's get back into it, man. Let's get into it, bro. Let's go ahead.
Screenplay about 4 kids in Harlem. Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown called it Juice, a story about respect, power, and what happens when young men try to take it by force. Nobody wanted it. Studios passed, producers passed. For nearly a decade, the script collected dust. Dickerson kept working.
80s?
He became a cinematographer, a good one. He shot She's Gotta Have It for Spike Lee in 1986, then Do the Right Thing in 1989, then Mo Better Blues, then Jungle Fever. By 1991, Dickerson had a reputation. He was Spike Lee's eye, the man behind some of the most important black films of the era, and he still had that script. The success of New Jack City and Boys in the Hood changed everything. Studios suddenly wanted urban dramas.
When Boys in the Hood and New Jack City came out, they was like, gee golly, man, we got to make more urban movies. That's what that was. Early 90s, it was them urban hood movies was where it was at. That's where it was at. And the studio was like, bring them in, bring them in. And now you got 10 years later, they screenplay getting picked up.
Studios suddenly wanted urban dramas. Island World Productions agreed to fund it. Paramount won the distribution rights. 9 years after Dickerson wrote it, Juice was finally getting made.
Right.
Number 2. Tupac wasn't even supposed to audition.
Nope.
The year is 1991. Tupac Shakur is 20 years old. He's a roadie and backup dancer for Digital Underground.
Bro was just turning 20 when they filmed Juice, bro. Like, let that sink in. Pac died before he even got to see 26, 27 for, like, I think he died when he was 25, but he didn't even really get to see adulthood for real, for real. But he did so much, and he's such a legend. He's my favorite rapper of all time. One of my favorite actors of all time. Yo, it's crazy that he did all of this. Like, he did Poetic Justice and Juice before he turned 21. He turned 21 while they was filming Juice. I mean, not Juice, but he turned 21 when he was filming Poetic Justice. Crazy, bro. Pac was a legend. He was supposed to be a legend from birth, bro. Like, he went to School of the Arts. And Pac was a character the whole time because he really wasn't this Tupac. He became that in the hood, but I mean, who Pac really was not Bishop. He became Tupac was Bishop. After the movie, that was his whole persona. Like it got into his spirit as an actor. When you go and you doing roles and you got to really study him, it can really turn you into that character, and you really got to pray yourself out of it, bro. Trust me. I'm an actor. I'm a singer. I'm an actor. So hey,
9 years after Dickinson wrote it, Juice was finally getting made. Number 2. Tupac wasn't even supposed to audition. The year is 1991. Tupac Shakur is 20 years old. He's a roadie and backup dancer for Digital Underground. He's appeared in one of their music videos, rapped on a few tracks. But acting, that's the dream. Tupac trained at the Baltimore School for the Arts, studied theater, Shakespeare, the craft. Nobody in Hollywood knew that yet. His Digital Underground groupmate Money B got him auditioned for Juice. The casting team wanted rappers. They thought Bishop should go to someone from the hip-hop world. Tupac tagged along, just keeping his friend company. But when he got there, he asked to read. The casting director gave him 15 minutes to look over the lines. That's nothing. Most actors get days to prepare. Tupac walked in, and he became Bishop. The producers looked at each other and asked the same question. Can we tell him he has the job now? They brought
crazy. He went with his homeboy to go audition. Money B, shout out Money B from Digital Underground. He went with Money B to go audition for him to audition. And Pac was sitting there and was like, hey, can I audition for this part too? Cause y'all want rappers? And it was like, I guess. Like, we don't really know. Like he wasn't a known rapper. He just was, he was a Humpty dancer. And he jumped on that. Hey, I'm trying to when to play around, when to play around. Girls say I'm like to clean them down when they come around. He did that verse on that song. He was on Nothing But Trouble when Digital Underground was on there, but you wouldn't know who he was. All around were the same song. He was on that joint, but they gave him 15 minutes to look over the script, cold read, and he went in there and went crazy and got the part. That's God, bro. That's God.
But when he got there, he asked to read. The casting director gave him 15 minutes to look over the lines. That's nothing. Most actors get days to prepare. Tupac walked in, and he became Bishop. The producers looked at each other and asked the same question. Can we tell him he has the job now? They brought Tupac back in, told him he got the part. He grabbed the casting director, hugged her, and started crying. Here's the thing. Bishop was supposed to be bigger, more physically imposing. Tupac didn't fit the description. Didn't matter. The co-writer threw out the physical criteria the moment he heard Tupac read. The intensity was undeniable. He knew the anger came from hurt, and that's what he played. Number 3. Tupac beat up a kid who stole his jewelry. Tupac was generous. That's what everyone on set remembers. Co-star Khalil Kane put it simply. If he had 5, he was giving away 2. Tupac talked to everyone, extras, crew members, kids from the neighborhood. He was fascinated by people, wanted to know their stories. Sometimes, that openness backfired. One day during filming, Tupac invited a local kid into his trailer just to hang out, talk. The kid seemed cool. He wasn't. The kid stole some of Tupac's jewelry, walked right out with it. When Tupac found out, the response was immediate. Kane remembered what happened next. He got stomped out. Those are the rules. No police, no complaints to production, street justice. The kind Tupac understood from growing up in East Harlem, Baltimore, and Oakland. The same intensity that made him handle a thief like that, that's what made Bishop unforgettable. Number 4. Tretch and Donald Faison almost got the role.
They still
Bishop
was in the movie
almost
though.
looked very different. Before
They both were still in the movie though. That's crazy. Like they auditioned for the role of Bishop because I mean Tretch was part of Rodamez's gang. Remember he came up. He was like trying to jump on Tupac in the movie. That's crazy. They still gave Tretch a role, and then Donald Faison was in the school when Omar Epps' character when Q was trying to get in his locker. He was like, "Man, it's been that long." Yo, that's crazy. That would have been a whole different movie. Tretch might have did good as Bishop because Tretch is pretty good. I don't know. He's a good actor, but like Donald Faison from Scrubs as Bishop, that would have been kind of different. That would have been kind of different. But I'm glad they got in the movie still though.
Number 4. Tretch and Donald Faison almost got the role. Bishop almost looked very different. Before Tupac walked into that audition room, several other performers tried out for the role. Daryl Mitchell auditioned, Money B auditioned, Donald Faison auditioned, and Tretch from Naughty by Nature auditioned. None of them got it. The casting team didn't think any of them were right. They needed someone with a specific energy, a volatility that felt real, a danger you couldn't fake. Then Tupac showed up uninvited, and everything changed. But here's the twist. Tretch and Faison didn't walk away empty-handed. Tupac made sure of it. He helped Tretch get a cameo as a member of Radamiz's gang, the Puerto Rican crew that beasts with the main characters throughout the film. Faison landed a role as a high school student, just a background part. Blank, and you'd miss him. Years later, Faison will become famous as Turk on Scrubs. 9 seasons, cult following, comedy icon. But in 1991, he was just another young actor trying to break in. He didn't get Bishop, but he got his foot in the door. And sometimes, that's enough to change everything.
Number 5,
Tupac and Omar Epps freestyled most of their dialogue.
I know you lie. I know you lie. That dramatic scene at the lockers was improvised. As an actor, bro, like, that is crazy, bro. That whole, like, earlier, you said I was crazy. And I was really tripping. But you know what? I am crazy. And I really don't give. Like, that was improvised, bro. Like, that's sick.
Trying to break in. He didn't get Bishop, but he got his foot in the door. And sometimes, that's enough to change everything. Number 5, Tupac and Omar Epps freestyled most of their dialogue.
What do you want from me, man?
Nothing.
Just came to see if you was alright.
Remember, the script was written in 1981. By the time cameras rolled in 1991, the dialogue was a decade old. The slang was stale. The rhythm was off. It sounded like your uncle trying to be cool. Director Ernest Dickerson knew this was a problem. He'd waited 9 years to make this film. He wasn't about to let outdated language kill the authenticity. So he told his young actors to throw out what didn't work, improvise, make it real, make it sound like the Harlem they knew. Tupac and Omar Epps took that direction and ran with it. They rewrote scenes on the fly, changed words, added slang, made the conversations feel lived in, like you were eavesdropping on real kids from the neighborhood. The iconic locker room scene, where Bishop and Q have that tense confrontation, most of that was improvised. The actors fed off each other's energy, created something the script never had, raw, unfiltered, dangerous. This wasn't unusual for Tupac. He trained as an actor, understood character work, but he also understood the streets. He knew how young black men in Harlem actually talked, the cadence, the aggression, the code switching. He brought all of that to Bishop. Epps matched him beat for beat, 2 young performers pushing each other.
Bro, what's crazy is Omar Epps was like 17. He was 17. And Marlon said he went with him to that audition. Because him and Marlon been best friends since like junior high school. So like Marlon went with him to that audition and he got the part. But like, hey, 17, he going like Omar Epps was a legend from the beginning, bro. Like that's crazy. He improvising like that at 17. Because he went to the School of the Arts too with Marlon Wayans. That's crazy. Pac was 20, Omar Epps was 17. Yo, this movie was made for them. Period.
But he also understood the streets. He knew how young black men in Harlem actually talked, the cadence, the aggression, the code switching. He brought all of that to Bishop. Epps matched him beat for beat, 2 young performers pushing each other, making each other better. The chemistry on screen, that was real. Built in rehearsals, tested through improvisation, captured on film. Dickerson was smart enough to let it happen. He gave his actors room to create, and the film is better for it. Number 6, Omar Epps actually learned to DJ.
That's crazy.
Omar Epps was a 17-year-old high school senior when he landed the lead role of Q. He was a trained actor, but he'd never touched a turntable in his life. To make Q's dream believable, Epps knew he couldn't just fake it for the cameras. Before production began in Harlem, Epps underwent an intensive DJ crash course. He spent weeks studying the rhythm, the DJ stance, and the specific hand movements required to look like a pro. He practiced the crossfader techniques and the physical blending.
Not gonna hold you. This movie is what made me want to DJ. This movie is what made me want to be a DJ. And I don't call myself a DJ because Like I don't DJ parties and shit like that like I used to, but I am nice on them turntables. I'm gonna let you know that now. I'm nice on them tables. But this movie is what made me want to be that because seeing that and that scene where he was like when he was on it again like that, I was like, oh, I want to be a DJ. I need equipment right now. My young son, I was like, I need equipment right now. Fifth grade, let's get it. But yeah, this movie is what made me want to be a DJ.
Of tracks so that in every wide shot, the audience saw a real artist at work. However, to keep the film 100% authentic, the production utilized a stunt double for the ears and hands. While Epps provided the physical performance, the high-speed technical scratching and the actual audio were provided by the legendary DJ Scratch from EPMD. The audio itself was a pre-recorded masterpiece by the Bomb Squad. Epps's commitment ensured that the heart of the movie, the DJ competition, felt raw and real. He didn't just play a DJ, he learned to inhabit one. It was a
Yo, fun fact from me. I want you next time y'all go back and watch Juice, look at the people behind Q while he up there DJing. Them extras are being extra times 10. Like it's people up there just like, good man, turn man. Like just saying anything. Like they up there just yelling whatever, bro. Like them extras, go and watch it again, watch that scene, and just look at how extra they are in the background, bro. It is hilarious.
technical scratching and the actual audio were provided by the legendary DJ Scratch from EPMD. The audio itself was a pre-recorded masterpiece by the Bomb Squad. Epps's commitment ensured that the heart of the movie, the DJ competition, felt raw and real. He didn't just play a DJ, he learned to inhabit one. It was a perfect collaboration between Hollywood acting and hip-hop royalty that still holds up 30 years later. Number 7. Tupac went full method, and it caused a fight.
Hey, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Tupac didn't just play Bishop, he became Bishop. On set, off set, didn't matter. He demanded to be called by his character's name. He stayed in that headspace, carried that energy everywhere. Method acting, it's a technique. You don't break character. You live as the person you're portraying. It can produce incredible performances. It can also cause problems. Tupac caused problems. He often walked off set during filming, disappeared for hours. Nobody knew where he went or what he was doing. He was volatile, unpredictable, just like Bishop. His co-star Jermaine Hopkins decided to test him. Hopkins played Steele, the lovable member of the crew. Off camera, he had a sense of humor, a mischievous streak. He decided to play a prank on Tupac. Hopkins told Tupac he was being fired from the film. Just made it up, wanted to see how he'd react. Bad idea. When Tupac found out it wasn't true, he didn't laugh it off. He started a physical altercation with Hopkins right there on set. Things got heated, had to be broken up. That's the thing about method acting. You tap into real emotions, real rage, real fear. Tupac was living as Bishop, a character who solves problems with violence, who can't take disrespect, who snaps when pushed. Hopkins pushed, Tupac snapped. The incident became one of many stories about Tupac's intensity during production. He wasn't easy to work with, but he was undeniably committed. Every ounce of Bishop's menace, Tupac pulled that from somewhere real, somewhere deep, and you can see it in every frame. Number 8. The director's mother played the gun dealer.
Nice.
Are you Lorraine Powell's son?
There's a pivotal scene in Juice. The crew needs a weapon. They find a dealer named Sweets. She sells them the gun that changes everything. The gun that turns a robbery into a murder, that turns friends into enemies. Sweets is played by Jackie Dickerson, the director's mother. She just retired from the New York City public library system, spent her career surrounded by books, by knowledge, by quiet. Now her son needed someone for this role, someone who could be believable as a Harlem gun dealer. He asked his mom. Here's why it worked. Jackie Dickerson grew up in Harlem. She knew the neighborhood, knew the people. According to her son, she knew some OGs, understood that world even if she didn't live in it. She brought authenticity to Sweets, a calm authority, the kind of person who's seen everything and fears nothing. You believe she's been doing this for years, that she knows exactly what that gun will be used for, and sells it anyway. Number 9. Tupac wrote Brenda's Got a Baby while filming Juice.
Crazy. Think about that. That's crazy. A 20-year-old Tupac in the middle of filming a movie decided to write Brenda's Got one of the most prolific songs of my life. Wrote a song about Brenda's got a baby because he read about it in the newspaper and wrote that song. Crazy.
That she knows exactly what that gun will be used for and sells it anyway. Number 9. Tupac wrote Brenda's Got a Baby while filming Juice. While shooting Juice, Tupac was also working on his debut album, Tupacalypse Now. He carried that project with him everywhere, writing lyrics between takes, recording ideas, never turning off. One morning on set, Tupac picked up a newspaper, just killing time. He came across a story that stopped him cold. A young woman had given birth, then disposed of her newborn in the trash. Tupac couldn't shake it. The tragedy, the desperation, the circumstances that would lead someone to that moment. He wrote Brenda's Got a Baby that same day. The song tells the story of a 12-year-old girl molested by her cousin, pregnant with nowhere to turn. She has the baby alone, tries to throw it away.
Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's belly got a brain. Damn shame, the jerk can barely spell a name. Yo, that song goes so crazy. I'm gonna do some Tupac joints on this channel, man, because that's my favorite rapper of all time. So I'm gonna do some Tupac videos and some songs on here because I feel like don't nobody review those on here or react to those with an adult ear. So I need to go back and listen to those, like I did the Jay-Z track. I'm gonna go back and listen to Pac. Let's go.
That same day. The song tells the story of a 12-year-old girl molested by her cousin, pregnant with nowhere to turn. She has the baby alone, tries to throw it away, turns to prostitution, gets killed on the streets. It's one of the most heartbreaking songs in hip-hop history, and Tupac wrote it on the set of Juice. Between scenes, while becoming Bishop, that's who Tupac was, an artist who couldn't turn it off. Number 10. Omar Epps' mom changed her mind at the premiere. Omar Epps was a senior in high school when he got cast as Q. 17 years old, no film credits, just talent and ambition. His mother wasn't thrilled. She wanted something stable for her son, a real career. Acting? That's a fantasy. Most people who chase it end up broke. But Epps got the role anyway, shot the movie, did the work, and then came the premiere. His mother went with him, found her seat, and realized she was sitting one seat away from Diana Ross. Diana Ross, Motown legend, Supreme's icon, one of the most famous entertainers on the planet, just sitting there at her son's movie premiere. That's when it clicked. Her son had made it. This wasn't some small-time production. This was real, Hollywood real. Epps went on to star in Higher Learning, Love and Basketball. He played Dr. Foreman on House for 8 seasons. All of it started here, one seat away from Diana Ross. Number 11. Studios wanted to turn it into a comedy. Before Paramount, before Island World, before any of the companies that actually made Juice, there was another option on the table. The Donner's Company optioned the script. They saw potential, but they had a different vision. They wanted to make it a comedy. Think about that. Bishop, Q, Raheem, Steele. The robbery, the gun, the betrayal, but played for laughs. A buddy comedy set in the hood. Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown said no, absolutely not.
Hell no. That would have been corny. That movie would have went straight to DVD. Not even DVD, because it was 90 something. That movie would have went straight to VHS, and then you would have never heard of it again. It would have been the soul plane of hood movies. Man, no way. I'm so glad they stood their ground and was like, nah, we're not making it no comedy. They was making a drama, but it turned into a horror movie. It's a horror movie. Like I said earlier, go back and watch it with the mindset of it being a horror movie and watch. You're gonna be like, oh,
Set in the hood. Ernest Dickerson and Gerard Brown said no, absolutely not. This was a noir film, a tragedy. You can't make that funny. They took back the rights, walked away from the deal, kept getting rejected for years. It would have been easy to compromise, to take the money, but Dickerson and Brown held firm. 9 years later, they got to make it their way, and the film became a classic. Sometimes protecting your vision is the hardest part of making art. Number 12. The alternate ending changes everything.
it do. Like if you've never seen the alternate ending, like on the anniversary DVD, is the ending changes a lot. Like they should have kept that ending in, but I see what they were doing. That ending is a lot more deep. They're gonna talk about it, man. Let's get into it.
The ending you know goes like this. Bishop and Q fight on a rooftop. Bishop falls off the ledge. Q catches him, tries to pull him up, but Bishop slips, falls to his death. An accident. Q walks away devastated. That's the theatrical ending. But there's another version, hidden for 25 years, released on the anniversary Blu-ray. In the alternate ending, everything plays out the same until the final moment. Bishop is dangling, Q is holding on. Then Bishop hears police sirens in the distance. He looks up at Q and says, "I ain't going to jail." Then he lets go, voluntarily, chooses death over prison. It's a completely different character statement. In the theatrical cut, Bishop is a victim of his own violence. In the alternate cut, he's in control until the very end, still making choices, still refusing to surrender, even to gravity. Bonus: Tupac yelled "F New York," and the set got shot at. Filming in Harlem wasn't easy. This was 1991. The neighborhood was rough, real, and Tupac had a way of finding trouble. During production, someone stole Tupac's jewelry. He got into a dispute with some locals on the west side of Harlem. Things escalated. Words were exchanged. And then Tupac did what Tupac always did. He escalated further. He yelled "F New York," loud, clear, loud enough for the entire block to hear. Co-star Jermaine Hopkins was there. He remembered exactly what happened. The F New York came out. Yeah, loud and clear. Oh, y'all ain't got no love for me? F New York then. The locals didn't take it well. They left, but they came back with guns. Hopkins recalled, "From my recollection, gunshots went off, but nobody was hit." Gunshots on a movie set, because Tupac couldn't back down, couldn't let it go, couldn't stop being exactly who he was. The same intensity that made Bishop terrifying almost got people killed in real life. That's the Tupac paradox. His authenticity made him a legend. It also put everyone around him in danger. On the set of Juice, those two things collided, and somehow nobody got hurt. Juice came out January 17, 1992, Martin Luther King Day weekend. It made $8 million in its opening weekend, $20 million total, on a $5 million budget. But the numbers don't tell the real story. This film launched careers, introduced the world to Tupac Shakur, the actor, gave Omar Epps his start, became a cultural touchstone for a generation. 30 years later, people still quote it, still debate the ending, still remember Bishop's eyes. That's not just a movie, that's a moment in time, captured forever. And now, you know the weird facts behind it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, one of my favorite movies of all time, bro. Juice is one of my favorite movies, bro. Man, y'all make sure y'all go follow bro page, man. Y'all go hit bro up. It's right there, Studio Spill. Y'all go follow bro, man. And he got some other ones that I'm gonna look at too. But it was your boy, he is CJ. I was back again with another He Reacts video. That was 12 weird facts you didn't know about Juice. I didn't know a lot of that. I knew some of that, but a lot of that I didn't know. And now I know. Now you can use this information at parties. If they showing Juice or somebody talk about Juice, you can go, "Hey, I bet you didn't know this. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know this." Learning is always a good thing, man. Learning is always a good thing. No matter how old you are, no matter how much you think you know, we all got to learn something someday. And I love to learn. I have books right here beside me. I'm always trying to learn something. I love rehearsing so I can learn how to do the stuff that I do in the show. I love just looking online and learning things, reading books, man. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things you're supposed to do on the YouTube channel, man. And I will get back to y'all soon. I got a lot of stuff coming, man. Make sure y'all check out that bully video that I dropped, man. Make sure y'all check out all the things that I'm dropping, man. Make sure you hit that thumbs up so I can stay on your timeline. And I will get back to y'all, man. Peace out.